like there's definitely during COVID, you'll be surprised. There was a lot of people who moved here because of like we had less restrictions in both cities. So a lot of people have came down here. Atlanta's growing like exponentially. Every street you can go on, you see different apartment buildings, houses being built. There's a lot of businesses that are moving down here as well. So it's definitely a huge hub for entrepreneurs and small business owners. So it's definitely a great place to start a business. Of course, there's always going to be like the usual tests that you have to go through with businesses. So it's more of a long-term investment. So it just takes time. There's really no such thing as an overnight success. So it's like keeping that in mind and understanding that it takes a lot of people like 5 to 10 years of like 80-hour weeks sometimes. I'm not trying to work that many hours, but I do get close to about 40 to 60 hours depending on the week. I do like to relax and stuff as well, but yeah, Atlanta is definitely a place to be. The weather here is pretty great. There's a lot of companies that were started here in Atlanta. We have like Delta, Chick-fil-A, Coca-Cola. Then of course, like you mentioned, like the sports leagues and stuff like that. We have like the Atlanta Hawks, and we have Atlanta Falcons, Atlanta Braves, and then we have the Atlanta United soccer team, which is pretty new. So there's a lot of opportunities here in Atlanta for sure.
Now, speaking of which, have you thought of promoting yourself to the sports teams in Atlanta, like the Atlanta Falcons and the Hawks and the Braves and Atlanta United? Because that would be a good way to reach the younger generations, and as well as adults too. Because there's a lot of problems with inactivity in the southern region.
Yeah, so in 2019, I worked with like a sales expert, and we was like sending out emails and stuff to those organizations. We really didn't get too much feedback back from them, but looking to definitely reach out to them again here in 2021 because everything's starting to open back up. So definitely have like a list of databases of organizations that we want to work with, like the Atlanta Falcons, United, Hawks, and Braves. So definitely have those lists of individuals we want to reach out to. So we're going to get back to doing that. I think this year will be the great year to start back reaching out to those orgs to see if we can like partner and have like even like a kids day. I know the Hawks do like kids days. They have different basketball courts that they sponsor here in the city. So we have like different Atlanta Hawks sponsored courts out there. So I know they're definitely an organization that gives back to the community. So maybe look to work with them on some type of partnership in the future.
That's a good thing too. Hopefully you guys get it, because that's a big opportunity to have it and make your voice heard. Very big
exactly.
opportunity.
Those big, what I really want to do is like find some like either retired players or something like that, and then like have them like sponsor an event where they can just basically come out, you like take pictures, get autographs, and like do stuff like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. I mean, you get like maybe Dominique Wilkins or maybe Chipper Jones or even Jamal Anderson or something like that too.
All of the big guys. I'm trying to think of some more like super Hall of Famers out there, but there's a lot of people who played, like Warwick Dunn. I think he may live in Atlanta. So we have a lot of retired athletes here in the city who has a house here. I don't know if they live in those houses, but they definitely have homes here. So it's probably looking to like get them out. Just like the key is like trying to figure out who's like that gatekeeper, trying to figure out who is there. Like they have if they have like a agent still, or they have like family members or organizations that they work with or founded. So I think that's really the key, just trying to figure out those gatekeepers and trying to get in touch with those people. I think that's like all businesses, like trying to find a gatekeeper is key.
And it's the same thing too when we work for a startup. Like I worked for Defend Action Nation, and that one thing that we had was trying to find the right gatekeeper. And we found a couple of people too from the Raiders. Some members of the Black Hole we got in contact to, and we had some success with that. So definitely understand that feeling of trying to find the right gatekeepers.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest thing, just like trying to figure out those individuals who can say a yes or a no, or who can get us to the right people who can make those decisions. So that's definitely what we want to work with right now. But definitely taking one step at a time, trying to like build our portfolio. So right now we've hosted like about 10 to 12 events here in Atlanta. We're trying to like get some more events under our belt, have like a portfolio where we can present to these organizations, say, hey, we've done this many times, had this many people come out from our survey, like trying to build data. We can say like this many people people. We're just trying to build that foundation so we can have something to present when we start reaching out to these orgs.
Now, where do you see Kicking It Sports be, and where do you see them going in 5 years or 10 years?
Yeah, so 5 years, I definitely see us. Right now we do quarterly events, but I think in 5 years we could probably do an event monthly. So having a theme where we can build on that and do how you mentioned, going out in the Southeast region, different states, and hosting events there. And in 10 years, I think we can hopefully be international in about 10 years, maybe in Canada or Mexico, maybe the Caribbean islands. I know there's a lot of sports going on in the Dominican Republic and places like that. So even in Europe, I know they started doing big sports leagues and things like that now. So definitely trying to figure out how we can do those in the next few years. So 5 years, I would say we can go national, and 10 years will be international events.
Nice. Now, one other question too. Do you guys, when you say you do events, do you do weddings? Do you do first communions? Do you do sweet 16s? What events do you specifically do?
Yeah, the events are just the sports events. So, basically just get people together, 30 to 50 people right now. And it's mostly just field day. You just think of it as a field day meet top golf. So, but the main activity is kickball. So, you can think of it that way. So, you have people come out, we assign teams as people get there. And then we get on the field and we just start playing kickball. And then we have music going on in the background. So after our first game, we usually go to do 5 innings. I feel 5 innings is a decent amount of time. It's not too crazy. It's not too hard to do 5 innings. And then depending on how everyone feels, we either take a break, go eat the food that is being served, or we play another round of kickball. Then after that, we take a break and decide if we're going to play ultimate frisbee, flag football. So you can think of it as a field day for adults, mixed with music and games and food and all that types of stuff. So that's kind of how our events are.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much for the time today. If you guys are ever in the Atlanta area, be sure to check out Kicking It Sports, where you can partake in kickball, you can partake in ultimate frisbee, flag football. Make yourself feel like a kid again. It's amazing.
Exactly. So that's our whole idea is definitely to transport you back to when we was 8 to 13 years old. Found a lot of our players are those people who play sports in high school or middle school. So definitely want to give those people another round of being able to relive those years. So if you're in the Atlanta area, guys, come out. We have another event next weekend, and the next event is in September. So you can sign up online. I can give you, Jacob, the links of all of our activities, as well as I have an online course. So if you want to start your own business as well, I have a course on that. So I kind of talk about how I started kicking in sports, the steps I took, and things of that nature as well. So if you want to be out there having an event, you want to participate in an event in the Atlanta area, come out. If you want to start your own business, sign up for my course or my ebook. There's a lot of stuff going on here that I'm working on, so just be on the lookout for all those things for sure.
Definitely, and you can check it out at his website out at thekickingitsports.com. That is thekickingitsports.com. So definitely check it out, guys. Definitely worth it. And the food on there, by the way, looks really good. I mean, holy crap! I love the chicken in there with the green beans, and the pasta there looks delicious. I want to just grab a plate right now and eat.
Yes, Southern cuisine is definitely something that I love. The fried chicken, the macaroni and cheese, the baked beans. We have a lot of restaurants here that are the food is amazing down here. So definitely check it out too as well.
All right, thank you so much for your time. My name is Jacob Walters. Be sure to check out my Facebook page, Ice Cold with Jacob Walters. So you can check out the Twitter, Ice Cold W Jacob, and my Instagram as well, Ice_cold_Jacob. Now, _Jake actually. And my website is currently under construction right now, guys. I'm expecting to get it up by sometime in July. So keep an eye out for that. In the meantime, you can check out my Spreaker as well for other podcast episodes. So be sure to look out for that. Thank you so much for coming on here today. I really do appreciate it. State your name and occupation one more time for the people.
All right. Thanks, Jake, for having me. My name is Elandas Miller, the founder of Kicking in Sports and the Hoodie CEO. And thanks so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Always been a pleasure, and hopefully I'll have you back on soon. So,
yes, I would definitely love to be back.
all right, guys, thank you so much for listening, and you all have a good day.